Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Michelle. I'm going to be our host for this IT talk. Um, would you like to take a moment to introduce yourself to our viewers
Yeah,
and let
for
them
sure.
meet you?
Uh, First of all, thank you so much having me for today and giving me the opportunity. And yeah, about myself briefly, in 2005, I graduated my bachelor degree in the major of computer engineering. And right after I started career as a computer science tutorials and teacher and different country and different education institutions. And in the last 5 years, the 5 years ago, I have decided to change my career, be dive deeply in IT industry. So I make the QA professionals, and I get the one boot camp is 4 years ago,
Mhm.
and is yeah, after that it's my life has changed totally. So I am working for 4 years as a QA engineer in this US and Canadian based company. By the way, I am living in Canada, in Ottawa.
Okay,
Yeah, so I am a full-time QA engineer in this North America.
that's amazing. Look, seems like you're happy doing QA, so that's great. Can you maybe tell
Sure.
me a little bit about a day in the life of a QA automation engineer? Maybe what your responsibilities are, or what a day in the life of your office or your work day looks like.
Yeah, cool. And actually, before the starting my typically daily activity, let me give the brief the QA title, tester,
Mhm.
what we are doing, what
Yeah.
means tester. And actually, test is a very common term in our life. Is we are test every single stuff in our life. We are testing, for example, internet speed. We are test
Mhm.
any stuff before the buying. We test or how the strong. And also, I'm very test in the kitchen. My wife always is prefer let's test our cake or something else. So it's basically wrong. Oh, by the way, I'm giving always the positive feedback. My wife, she's awesome in the kitchen. And yeah, but when we call the tester, it's when we suffix the end of the er. It's look like to be more professional. It's tester. It's a job title. Okay.
Mhm.
So and we are software tester. We are test software and every single step. And we can spread it three different um, title, not title be responsibility maybe, is manual testing, automation testing, and QA engineer. What's the manual testing? Is manual testing very familiar everybody because just we are, for example, is Zoom. We are using the Zoom, is we
Yeah.
are testing the Zoom connection and how does it look like our camera, how the speed, how to be at every single step we can test. How is it manually? Is click or drag and drop, open, submit, mouse and keyboard is a manual step. And yeah, is one title is manual testing. It's very easy. That doesn't requirement to software coding skill. It just be understanding all the concept, what are end user expectation or platform. And then another one is automation tester. It's we called SDET, is software developing engineer in the test. It's be it slightly is harder than manual testing because we need
Mhm.
to coding uh, coding background. So
Mhm.
we our SDET is all try to convert to manual process to automate. Automate it's mean we are teaching the computer what I'm doing the manual
Mhm.
process the itself. When they run the button, it's computer software doing all the manual step doing itself automatically. It's awesome job. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and QA is QA, it's not be question answer short form. It's quality assurance stands for, and it's QA engineer. I can say is covering all this manual automation testing, and additionally, is QA is a more responsibility of hold the platform, hold the product, because quality, it's be, it's not be limited, quality, every single step they need to quality to improve. What qualities mean is doing the better job. What they're doing now is be improve, and making the better job is be quality. Is every single step they need the quality. That's why quality engineering is covering all this testing process. So what I'm doing in my company, let's jump to my daily activity. And so, by the way, is I said quality insurers also, we are doing automation testing. It's our system, automation testing start and work in the remote repository. It means another server, we deployed all our automation process in the server, it's working themselves. When I started my work early morning, about 8:30 after breakfast, sometimes it's changing, depend on my kids leaving to school, I was waiting to leaving. And then it's first, I am controlling all my test result, because I just mentioned all the test automation tests working remotely, and then they throughout the result and the test feedback in our environment. I'm testing every single result. If there's a bug, if there's some error issues, I am investigating and controlling what was the problem. If there's a serious problem, I am escalated to my coworker and developer or my manager, and they should be aware what's going on, what's the problem. And then, of course, is we have a bunch of the meetings every day as a QA. every person, we are talking, discussing, and it's been during the week and during the springtime. We had a lot of meeting actually, and I am working till 4 and 5 p.m. And it's very interesting because somebody is actually developer, they don't like the QA guys, because we are finding their bug issues, and we are telling them, oh, look at that, there's some issues, let's fix that again. It's be, always we are working very close developer, and kindly, friendly explain the bug issues with them, not be hurt and annoy them. It is very important. I like my job. It's very enjoyable job.
It sounds like something that's really exciting. Locating any flaws, repairing them, making sure that a system's working properly or a process is working properly. They're really impactful steps. You don't want to move anything forward from a developer or onto production or to a customer that is flawed and has mistakes. So it's great that you guys are there to catch those and repair them before they make it that far. So that's really impressive. Can maybe you tell me about the job opportunities that are available in the United States and Canada?
Good question. And there's a let me tell, is the last decade, it's been IT industry dramatically and sharply increasing and changing. I can say IT industry transformed to the last decade. So when I graduated university in 2005, in software developer is a very hard job, because software developer have to handle every single process, writing code, writing documentation, testing, and security. Every single responsibility one person have to handle. But now it's been changing. Now we have a lot of different field, different area, because it's IT industry extended to very wide. Be one person, it's very hard. I can't say impossible, but it'd be very hard to handle every single
Right.
title. So, and then that's why we have a lot of boot camp. We are teaching, they're learning particular one section, not be, we don't need to covering every, everything.
Right.
Just I need to be focused on one job title. That's why it's
Right.
be, I said, I just say it is be transformed all the IT industry. And then, yeah, what's our demand? And before the jumping that, I would like to tell one researching. I just recently I
Sure.
made research is one recruiter company is posted their website high top and demand job title in the next year 2023 and beyond year. So there's a 10 demand job title, but I would like to focus on top 3 job.
Sure.
Third one is a high demand position in North America. Careful. This third one is truck driver. It's a high demand truck driver. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's transportation, bring especially a lot of products coming from USA and Mexico. Yeah, and then the second one, everybody can guess that it's be a software developer. And the first one, do you have any guess, Michael? What should be, what can be first one?
I'm gonna guess that it's QA tester.
No, it's great. It's second one, software developer covering all this IT job.
Yeah.
And the first one, nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. We passed the last year. Still, maybe some country have a still COVID process going on. Yeah, if when we are compare to the new career, it's high demand company, truck driver, software developer, and nurses. Which ones we will prefer for the next career or new career? When we are compare, most one is software developer is easy and convenience, and reputation is high than other position, another job title. And then is software developer, I can't say this together because QA is part of software developer. I can't separate it because when they are hiring the developer, they have to hire QA person because somebody have to test their job.
Right.
And then, it's according to the U.S. Labor Board, it's they said is 25% increasing our software developer in this year and the next year as well. I mean, yeah, it's this year. It's 25% increasing. It means our IT industry extending very, very quick. They have to hire new developer and new QA because IT is everywhere. There's be no way we can't live without software application. They have to be hire new person.
Yeah,
And
I don't know whose slogan it was that used to say there's an app for that. I don't know if that was an Apple slogan or not, but everything has an application for its own proprietary application that they want you to use for their service or their products. And when you have those, you have someone that needs to develop this and someone that needs to test it and maintain it. And we're seeing that growth definitely has increased over the last few years, and it seems like it's going to continue that trend. Would you agree that maybe the most common reason why there's so much growth in this market and so much job potential is due to those changes, all of the incoming application developments, everything going digital, everything being online, COVID protocols, as you mentioned, or any everybody's used to staying home now. They're used to instant gratification and ordering online and not having to go
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, yeah,
And so it's driving this need.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, so it's okay. Demand is very high, and let me
Mhm,
talk about this. How many available position in North America?
sure.
It's be is crazy. I'm just Google it in the LinkedIn. It's which one is the most popular job searching platform. You know, everybody knows LinkedIn, and
Mhm.
just in in a QA position, 300,000, more than 300,000 job available on the LinkedIn. And you should be multiply how many job searching platform you have, a lot of. And
Mhm.
then one more thing is not the secret. In this, most of the available job, it's not be posted on the social media. I mean, on the internet. It's just 25 and 30% job available job is posted on the announcement on the different platform. Is
Mhm.
70% or 60% is job is they hire company with their network. You know,
Oh,
if
yeah.
if you are looking to searching how many job available, you have to multiply how many times. I don't know. I'm not math person. It's very very high available job around in North America. Is
Uh-huh.
Canada is it's I can't say North America and Canada and USA is together, but Canada is slightly different depend on the population and and I can't compare the US and Canada because total difference geography. And
Right.
but North America is the same thing because we have a lot of headquarter US based company in Canada. My previous job it was a US based company, but I work from the Canada. Yeah, so we can't be different. We can say almost the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, so yep, it's be and all it's be IT and be how can I say very promotion job. It's you can improve, you can change the
Mhm.
career, you can be jump another position, but my other job, for example, truck driver forever we can track maybe they can open their own business, but you are truck driver, we are going to keep
Mhm.
going to the same job. But this is a software tester, and we can change the title. We can we can get a higher
Mhm.
responsibility. Each year or a couple of years later, we can get more responsibility, and more responsibility bring them more opportunity, and more opportunity bring them more income. It's be going on
Absolutely.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of career growth available within the software development
Yeah.
industry. So that's really great. Maybe this might be a good time to transition then into if you can maybe speak to me about how Wise Quarter differs from other boot camps and other organizations that may offer something similar.
Yeah, yeah, correct. And yeah, and then I said, who are thinking say new career or who want to change the career? It's very common in North
Hmm.
America, changing career or making the second career. It's very common.
Hmm.
And then if they are thinking to changing career into the IT industry as a QA, actually, there's a lot of opportunity. For example, is be good reputation job title and be good salary and convenience working. Just you need the internet connection and one computer. That's enough. You can work whatever you had. You have find the internet connection, but
Hmm.
safety connection. Be careful. Not the public connection. Yeah,
Yes.
it's and also we can good opportunity growing career. It's very important. And it's, it's a QA. What's my why I'm happy this company because and I'm sharing time with my family because I am working
Mm.
remote at home. If somebody
Right.
told it's very boring. Why you are all the whole day in home? It's be boring. You're alone. Okay, it's correct. But on the other hand, I have a time with my family. I can spend the
Mhm.
time with my family, and just 5 days a week, weekends totally. I can be socializing. I can hang out outside. It's really good. I don't need to
Absolutely.
work whole this week and be there's a lot of opportunity really in the IT industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Eliminating the need to go to the office cuts out on transit time and travel time and
Yeah.
all of the time you lose with your family just driving back and forth to an office. So that's really great.
You
Um,
know,
maybe could
last sorry, I interrupted you.
no, go ahead.
Last week I decided to go to office in
Mhm.
Ottawa. I would like to be meet new person, be socialized, to hang out somebody. I went to office. There were just 4 person total whole entire office.
Yeah.
3 of them is selling different department. There is any IT person. I was
Mhm.
alone. I said, okay, I should go to home. That's way. Nobody's working in the office. Everybody's remote.
Yeah, you need to plan ahead with other people if they're going to be in the office because nobody really goes in anymore. Would you mind telling me a little bit maybe about the Wise Quarter boot camp and how
Mhm.
that differs from other boot camps or courses that are available?
Yeah, it was. I was expected this question. Thank you so much, Michelle. And before the starting Wise Quarter, I would like to give some tips. One who are thinking the new career in the QA or be a software developer. Because in the surround of me is a lot of people thought is QA and software developer is very hard to work. It's be
Hmm.
they need to very good math or they should be smart genius for the writing code. It's totally is
Hmm.
a myth concept. It's misconceptions. I mean, is that be correct? Let me correct all this thought. Is they don't need to complex math operation
Right.
handling. It's totally is wrong. Just if you are doing the basic format operation plus minus, that's enough. On the other hand, also, of course, we are using complex math operation in our coding,
Hmm.
but we don't write the code on the math. Just we are using the library. It's a regular library. Just import your environment and let's use it. We don't need somebody thought I haven't learned any math. I can't do that. It's be or somebody say I'm not genius. I'm not be very smart person. How can I handle all the coding? They 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 couldn't might be how many million genius person in the IT industry? Impossible. Yeah, but we are not the genius. Of course, we are pretty much is be if they are completed high school, that's enough. If it's completed
Good.
yeah, if you didn't completed the bachelor degree, it's very welcome. That's yeah, is enough to starting the new career in the QA. And yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
another one is age problem is
mm.
and somebody say I am 44 years, I'm 40 years old, I'm very old. Who hire me? Why? Is be yeah, if they are not retired already, they can start the IT job. Just be 40, 50. It's real in the fact that a lot of people getting job in they are 50 or 40 years old. It's better not be too late to learning and changing the career, especially North
Mhm.
America. Yeah, it's really
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, it's always a little intimidating for some people to change careers, especially into a technology or IT focused career, because as we grew up, us and nearing 40 in our 40s and over, technology was a little scary because it was new when we were younger. Not like our kids growing up with phones in their hands and all the technology just readily available. So we grew up with a little bit of intimidation, right? So
Yeah,
understanding now that a lot of it can be sourced from a library or a point and click and just arranging things to be creative. Um, taking that stigma of it being difficult out of the way allows more people the opportunity to join in a career. So I appreciate you for clarifying that. Some
Yeah,
people don't realize just how not necessarily simple. It is challenging. You do have to learn new things, but
yeah, sure.
it's possible. But it is possible for people of all ages to take the
Mhm.
course and be successful. So that's great information. When the students are in Wise Quarter taking their courses, will they have the opportunity to apply maybe practical knowledge during the course or that they do during the course in real life experience?
Yeah, it's also a very good question. But I before to jump into your question, Michelle, if you don't mind, I would like
Sure.
to cover your previous question. I would like to give more details about what our boot camp, what the difference
Okay.
than other,
Yeah.
because nowadays there's a lot of boot camp in
Mhm.
especially North America. Also, I have a lot of contact and network in who are studying boot camp, another boot camp. And first and first, what as a new candidate, a new career,
Mhm.
what should my expectation from the boot camp? So they are all this new career uh, building. They should be decided what their expectation from the boot camp.
Mhm.
Everything is good, but first one is most important is get a job. Is
Right.
everybody's expected the same thing, one goal, get a job. Is
Mhm.
learning Java or learning another automation tools, all the technology, everything is be a step. It's not be main achievement goal. It be our goal or their goal to get a job because they are
Mhm.
spending time, they're spending money, they're spending family's time as well because 6 months it's not be easy dedicated to learning new technology, new stuff. There
Mhm.
is be deviation to a lot of things is be and so and end of the 6 months we had the same goal, get a
Mhm.
job. So if maybe if they want to learn the Java or another tools, they can just enroll this very cheap YouTube or another online course. But the bootcamp have to provide to get a job opportunity. It's
Mhm.
high demand or high goal is target for the bootcamp. So we are provided this one. I can say we are giving the 100% guarantee to get a job because there's a
Right.
lot of difference effect, but I can give the guarantee all the technical learning. So I can give the guarantee our career we will get covering all these essential requirement techniques, tools, coding, everything. We can guarantee. But there's a one more role is soft skill.
Mhm.
Of course,
Oh, yes.
our course is provided a lot of lecture in the soft skill classes, but something is coming from the root. I mean, they have had already to be soft skill. Them is be
Mhm.
if they are be combined, if we are merged together with two skilled, it be now I can give the guarantee job is coming soon.
Mhm.
But is be soft and tech skill is both together. And our bootcamp, what's the difference? Our bootcamp not just teaching Java, teaching tools. We are not
Mhm.
the video tutorials platform. We are a real person. We are touching
Right.
their life. So what does it
Mhm.
mean? They are going to find us and me or another instructor and mentors behind of them. It's mean we are giving our hand to hold the IT industry. We are all holders during the process till get a job. We are working, studying together. It's
Mhm.
not be there, be. a lot of people just skip the videos, or be
Right.
2x be skip the video. No, we are a real
Mhm.
person. Cannot be skip us. Okay, we are coding together. We are studying.
Mhm.
We are preparing their resume together, and we are be supporting all this interview process together. We will live together. So it's our boot camp. And also, by the way, for example, a lot of I heard this boot camps instructor, they call the students. I can't say students. Students, we are not the high school. We are not the education institution.
Uh-huh.
We are giving the one opportunity. So we are their friend. We are their mentor. Coaching is
Mhm.
we feel a difference than others. So it's very important because they feel the very confidently working, and they will be happy working with them, studying with them. So it's our first and difference the other boot camp. And secondly, it's learning and covering every single details is fine. Maybe they can
Mhm.
find the more high quality videos in the YouTube or another sector, but it doesn't make sense to get a job. If
Right.
you are genius on the Java, maybe you know everything, all the automation tools, but it doesn't make sense for you are going to be hit a job. So there's a lot of different steps. Interview skill. What's the interview and resume skill? This is the last point, last key is resume
Mhm.
and interview. If you don't have a good resume, if you don't know how to interview skill, it's very
Mhm.
hard to get a job. If you can't
Absolutely.
get a job, what does it mean? Sense? What does it mean? 6 months is learning process. It doesn't make sense,
Mhm.
So it's
Sure.
interview and resume. What's our difference there? We are going to write down your resume. We are going to teach every friend who enrolled our course, and real IT experience is super important, because not be
Mhm.
technical,
Absolutely.
not be knowledge. They're going to learn the real project experience. I checked some of this resume and different boot camps. They sent me a quick screenshot. Can you look at and read my resume, and just write down some Google information? For example, Postman. I used
Mhm.
Postman for manual API testing. Just Google information. Why you put on your
Right.
resume? You should put a resume in the from uh, real responsibility.
Mhm.
What did you do? How do you use the Postman in your project? What did you handle with the Postman in your project? If they don't involve the real project, of course they can't write down no resume, and interview skill will be very weak. So we are provided the real company, and they will gain to learn and real project. They can
Mhm.
show their knowledge in this project, not be just teaching project. It's real. They're
Mhm.
using project in it's real IT industry project. Is different than other boot camp. And there's
Yeah,
a lot of
absolutely.
difference, but this time is, I don't know what our time limited. Uh,
Yes. Yes, you're right. Results driven, results provided in your resume are very impactful. If you say, I saved the company money, then no, tell us what you did and how much you saved, right? So it's very results and number driven, data driven information in a resume is very impactful. So that's amazing that you guys give them the opportunity to
yeah,
participate in those projects so that they can include real life experience in a resume versus just theoretical practice of a skill. So that's
yeah.
fantastic. You also briefly mentioned soft skills and interview skills, and so you all it's complete mock interviews. Do you practice those soft skills with each person? Yeah, great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a different environment than talking or thinking about an interview and actually participating, maybe recording the interview, the pretend mock interview between each other, reviewing it and going back
yeah.
to watch. Like for me personally, I use my hands a lot, so I had to pay attention and record a few of my interviews to make sure that I kind of kept them
Absolutely.
out of view so that they
It's a
weren't
very good.
distracting.
Yeah, thank you. This is a very good point. It's interview and mock interview. It's getting very high important role because
Hmm.
every interview, every single mock interview, there we are going to improve our speaking skill and we are
Hmm.
learning the new how the answer is because maybe you know very well, but how you sell your knowledge in your interview, it's skill
Hmm.
totally different. It's practice,
Yes,
practice, and practice make it perfect. You know, every single
absolutely.
practice be going to be perfect. And
I
yeah,
agree.
I forgot to mention about the one thing is be and what our bootcamp is covering, what our bootcamp provided our candidate and
Mhm.
our friend. And yeah, so it's our boot camp is very we have a very high quality and good stuff, and we have a career team is very they are
Mhm.
doing their job very well. I'm appreciated all this career team, and also instructor we have. I'm working this very uh, good instructor, and we have a lot of mentors in Europe, Turkey, and North America. All the
Mhm.
mentors are currently working in the IT industry. Is that not just right after graduated boot camp and they're starting mentoring? Not like that. They have the real IT experience because everything is experience, you know.
Mhm.
Because and we are learning some technical. It's okay, but in real experience is different. It's not be easy to get this experience. All our mentors is instructor like me, we have the real IT industry. We are sharing, we are migrated all the experience our new friend who are
Mhm.
enrolled in Wise Quarter. And our Wise Quarter provided a lot of different benefit, such as we have and Turkish classes, and you know, maybe you know of the Mr. Ahmet Bulutlu. It's my honor working with him because he's very and he's a very good career in this as a Java instructor, and his video Turkish videos. We are all these enrolled West Quarter. They will have the right to access all those other videos and all the
That's
Turkish
great.
and another English classes as well. We have a very big bank is materials. They will have the
Mhm.
access all of them. And then yeah, so and then one more thing is we are is technical support team. I would like to be thank you all the technical support team. Their very quick response and responsibility and response very quickly. It's very high demand because I heard somebody complain other boot camps is I don't have any real person. I asking question after
Oh,
2 days they
mhm.
respond me. No, right away they will respond back. It's their we have the different geographical area technical support is Europe,
Mhm.
Turkey, North America,
Oh,
Canada. They are going to respond as soon as possible. Yeah, it's also is very good benefit for our new friend.
well, it sounds really great. It sounds like you're enjoying your career. We've been able to cover how you can, remove the blocks, remove the mental blocks, that it's not impossible to join in or start a career later on in life or earlier, whichever you're deciding. Wise Quarter does have so many opportunities available with soft skills, mentoring, mock interviews, helping you get real life experience so that you have hands-on projects in order to include that in your resume, and the resume writing, and just having those mentor mentee relationships are very critical when coming into a new industry. Having someone that's inside that field already to give you insights and help you along either with the application process for a career, or maybe once you start reaching out once you're in the new role, saying, hey, thanks for all of your help. I really appreciate it. I'm doing this now. Can you help me walk through this? And it sounds like they're getting all of that from Wise Quarter, and the information that you provided today was very, very valuable, very in depth. And so that's a nice peek through the window, right, and what it's like to be in one of the courses and to join the crew at Wise Quarter and all of the other candidates and as you refer to them as friends or students inside the program, also getting the same knowledge, leaning on each other, building that community, and also just taking advantage of the never-ending changing IT industry, including software development and QA. It was a pleasure for me to meet you today. Do you have any additional, maybe closing statements?
I would like to add one more good news for all the new friend who will join to our Wise Quarter, who will be going to be as a members of our family. We have a very good surprise about this. We are going to be give some gift and discounts or another surprise for New Year. Is be surprising. But I will not be announced here. Our marketing and career team, they're going to be create another video. We open the video or advertisement. They post on social media. They will be learned soon. It's such a secret now, but they will get it soon.
That's exciting. That anything that makes your goal, your career more attainable or easier access is great. And so I'm sure everyone will appreciate that opportunity, and we look forward to seeing what they create and how they present that information. It was a pleasure for me to meet you and learn a little bit more in depth about what it is that you do and the opportunities that are available. So thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure. And nice to meet you.
Absolutely. It was nice to meet you as well. You enjoy your day, and I look forward to speaking with you again in the future.
Okay. And finally, I would like to say and be very welcome to join the Wise Quarter. We are waiting everybody and who are thought to be joined the IT industry. And by the way, Happy New Year all. And I wish you all the best in your life and with your family.
Absolutely. Happy New Year to everyone watching, and enjoy your holidays.
Yeah. Bye.